Hey there, we're back for some more. So, doing some repotting today. We have our little avocado tree. Um, I've been getting the roots ready on our rosemary, yummy, yummy rosemary, and on the basil. Let me grab that for you. The basil. So, got the roots ready. Now, I did one, I saved it. So, this is what it looks like when you pull it out. Um, all the soil and everything, and then you very gently clean it off and get it down to just having the roots here. So wanted to show you, we had this little avocado tree. It's been in this small pot, and as you can see, it's only been able to grow about that far, and so it needs a little more space. So we're going to put this one into a bigger pot so that it'll have more space. We're going to put the basil into a bigger one so that it'll have more space. And we're going to maybe try getting them into little mixtures. You'll see. I'll show you a little bit. So when you're getting your plant, you want to just very gently kind of massage, almost massaging the soil out of the roots, because you don't want to disrupt the roots too much. So we're just kind of, massaging it out, and you'll get down into these roots. So you just continue to do that. I have a bucket underneath here that's catching all the soil. You don't want to waste, you want to conserve. Let's see if I can get you a little bit more down. So I'm just kind of massaging it, kind of like you're washing your hair a little bit. Just starting at the end, working in, being very gentle, and it'll come out. It'll take its time. Sometimes you get to a spot where it's a little more dense. Once I get down to the end, a trick that I do is I dunk this whole thing in water, and I basically do the same thing when I'm in the water, and that seems to help kind of loosen up some of the dirt. But that's fine. If that's where you get to, that's no problem. So I'm gonna pause here. So here you are. I put it in the water, like I said, and you can get down to all the roots. This one's really cool. It has the seed, and so what you do is when you get the seed, you put toothpicks in and you just leave it soaking in water, and eventually the roots will start to grow. This one actually split into 2 stems, which was pretty awesome, and we've been able to keep the seed on it, which has also been fun. So this one's been perfect. It's growing pretty well. It started to get some bugs eating the leaves, but it's doing pretty well. So we're gonna put this one in here. In the bottom, I'm gonna. It's good to have holes, and so that the water can filter. And I'm going to put some rocks in, and then a little filter, some soil, and then we'll put that on top. All right. So there's the pot. We're just gonna put this right in here and then cover it up with some soil. But I'm gonna pause so you don't have to watch that all happen. Well, I guess maybe you can see it. Okay. So we're just gonna hold that right there, and I'll just gently cover it on all sides. And you don't have to press the soil down, really too hard. Kind of let it find its own space. I like to spread my fingers out and just kind of push down gently with my fingers, but not pressing too hard at all. And just thinking about the plant as a living thing, and you're just making its home. You want there to be no air pockets, so you do want to push down. I go next to the stem at the base, and I do push down there to make sure that it's solid and in its place, and not going to fall over. And then it's good to put some water on it so that it kind of can get fed a little bit, get comfortable. Helps as it's in its new home. It's it's going through some shock. So there you go. There's our new home for the avocado tree. We'll see how that likes it. All right, here's the rosemary. So I just prepared the pot and placed them in. And now we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to gently fill in with the dirt. And I tried to make sure I left space for the light to come in. But I have been trimming the sides of this. You can see over here, I've been trimming that and letting this part kind of grow taller. So I put the sides on the outside because I want them to be able to really search for the light, the sun, and grow as much as they can with that. And I tried to put them close, but also leaving enough space for the light to get in between the plants. When I put the roots down, I didn't just clump the roots in one spot, but I tried to spread the roots out. They like to have deep pot, Rosemary does. And so I tried to let the roots be open so that they could really search down into the soil and let their roots anchor and search and go deep as they can. So that's what I was thinking here for the rosemary. And I think it looks pretty nice. I think it's a good sized pot for these rosemary, and we'll see how they do. See what they like. All right, so the next one, we're going to do these 3 basil in here. And I want to show you the start to finish. So first, pot with holes in the bottom. What we're going to do is we're going to take these little rocks, little stones, and put them in the bottom. So we'll cover that. I'm going to do that and I'll show you. All right, so here's that pot with rocks in it. We're going to take this screen, put the screen on top of the rocks. That's so that the dirt or soil doesn't go down. Put a little bit of soil on top just to hold the screen in place. And then we can really dump some more soil. So now we're ready to take our basil and put it in, okay? And then we'll cover it up like we've done with the other ones. There you are, basil plant, all of them in there, space for the sun to go, and these are ready to be trimmed and eaten. Make some pesto tonight. All right, so today we've done the rosemary, the little avocado, avocado tree, the basil, and I just did another little one of some basil and some green onions. So we'll see how that turns out. Next project is going to be taking all this mint. Mint grows like crazy, and we've been doing a lot of propagating and growing of the mint. Oh man, it smells so good. And we're going to put them in these little pots so it's a little more manageable. Fun success story. This little fella right here came from this big tree. So we propagated this little bonsai and turned it into these other 2 bonsais, and they've been growing great. Here's our cilantro. We just harvested that, so we have cilantro tonight also. So lots going on in the deck garden. Hope y'all are well, safe, healthy, much love, stay blessed. Adios.